He thought he had it all figured out. A flawless plan, perfect cover, and one phone call that was supposed to make him look like the grieving husband. But instead, that call exposed everything, because he dialed 911 before the crime had even happened. This is the story of a man who thought he could outsmart everyone. But in the end, he outsmarted only himself. It was late October in a quiet Ohio suburb, the kind of place where doors stayed unlocked and neighbors still borrowed sugar from one another. At 9:12 p.m., a frantic call came through the 911 dispatch line. On the other end was David Miller, a 42-year-old father, husband, and respected business owner in the community. His voice was broken, panicked. "My wife, she's on the floor. Please, send help. I think she's not breathing." Within minutes, police and paramedics were racing toward the Miller residence. When they arrived, David was standing outside the house, wringing his hands, tears streaking down his face. He directed them inside where his wife, Laura Miller, lay motionless on the living room floor. The scene looked tragic, but not suspicious. Laura, 38, was described as healthy by her friends. No serious medical conditions, active and vibrant. But tragedies happen. People collapse. Sometimes there's no warning. For a moment, investigators believed this was simply a sudden medical emergency. But then, the details began to unravel. As paramedics worked on Laura, one officer checked the time. It was 9:16 p.m. when she was officially pronounced dead. That's when the timeline began to fracture, because David's 911 call had come in at 9:12 p.m. According to the coroner, Laura's heart didn't stop until at least 9:15 p.m. That meant one thing: David had called for help before she was dead. At first, dispatchers assumed it was a clerical error. Maybe the clocks weren't synced. Maybe the coroner was off by a few minutes. But as they double-checked, the facts lined up. David's call log, the dispatcher's record, the coroner's timeline, the numbers didn't lie. And suddenly, David's frantic performance didn't look like grief. It looked like acting. Detectives returned to the house the next morning. They noticed things they hadn't seen the night before, little details that raised suspicion. A coffee mug in the sink with only David's fingerprints, 2 wine glasses on the counter, but only one showed signs of being used. And Laura's phone, hidden beneath a couch cushion, as if someone had tried to stash it away. Neighbors were questioned, and one detail stood out. No one had seen Laura all day, not at the store, not on her evening walk, not even picking up her kids from school. The last confirmed sighting of Laura Miller was almost 24 hours earlier. So if David called 911 at 9:12 p.m., what exactly had he been hiding for the past day? Investigators were just scratching the surface. The inconsistencies were piling up, and David's story was starting to fall apart. And soon, they'd uncover something far darker: an affair, a mountain of debt, and a chilling Google search on David's laptop that would send shivers down their spines. David thought he had crafted the perfect alibi, but his biggest mistake was picking up the phone too soon. To be continued in part 2.